What's up, my little Thomas Collins? How you doing today? Well, baby, if you are Khloe Kardashian, baby, if you decide to come out and speak, it's lights out for Kanye West. And let me tell you something, Kanye West deserves all of it. But you know what? Can we just shoot the messenger? Because Khloe, girl, Miss Biracial Baby Doll Aficionado, because you didn't know that black children get darker as we get older, and you thought your little girl couldn't identify with a brown-skinned doll. Can I just say this? First of all, there's no victims in this story. Y'all are all villains. Second of all, right? Everything that happened with the WLM shirts, with the BLM stuff, with the community being in an uproar, you were signing on. But like a true coward, you decide to come and speak out about a scheduling conflict? That's the most important thing in there. The scheduling conflict when it came to your nieces and nephews. Y'all, let's get into this, because all I can say to Kanye is, yeah, good luck with that custody battle. Because you know what? You played yourself with that Good Morning American interview, right? Khloe's hinting at having receipts. We're about to go into it. And on top of that, right? A room full of cowards. None of them want to speak up, right? Kanye didn't have the balls to go at Ray J directly. So he made that, you know what? Let's get into this, because I got so many thoughts, right? And let's send a few prayers to Kanye's custody battle. But you know what? He did it to himself. You did it to yourself, and you thought, and now the Kardashians are using this as an opportunity not to look, which is my annoyance at the whole family, not to speak up for what's right, not to speak up on how it affected people, but to literally try to go in about a scheduling conflict and use it to their advantage. But you know what? Let's see the bed that Kanye made. Let's get into this. Before we do that, hit that like, subscribe. Again, this is all my opinion, y'all. Okay, it's my opinion. Just telling you how I feel. Go watch my old videos if you want to see what I base, what I feel, the facts my opinion that I base what my current beliefs. Please go watch the playlist. Kim, Kanye, Khloe. All right, let's get into it. So Khloe posted this, right? Kanye made some nonsensical, dumb rant because he still thinks that he got like the power of Giuseppe, right, in his veins, and that he can literally just change the narrative anytime he wants to. And I will say this, right? Kanye put, right, I wonder what Gigi and Venus's perspective were when I didn't know where my child was on her birthday. Kanye, and you were the one. Listen, let me just finish. Gabby told me she disagreed with that, and that's me putting it in a nice way. She said it was on her group chats. Stop trying to change the narrative about what Gabby said. Gabby told us what time she was on, Kanye, and you showed us what time you were on too, right? So why did everyone feel so free to attack me about my t-shirt? Because the same way that you refuse to believe that Black Lives Matter is not a corporation that is in trouble with the IRS, for it is the corporation, but the actual movement of BLM is well and good and needed. And to add on with everything else, Kanye exposed himself as everything being fake and a stunt queen acted to him. But for us that actually lived it, for us that were in there, it's something real. And apparently that's the majority of people. You talking about you a free thinker, free thinking on how? You're the only one, you're a Judas goat, just like Tremaine said, Judas goat. Go watch my old video if you don't know what I'm talking about. But what I'm trying to say in this is, so BLM is a corporation that you said everybody knows is a scam. You welcome, and that's just being kindly. But WLM, who owns that slogan? What sources have co-opted that? What does WLM stand for? You know what it does. And that's it. Listen, that's your audience. That's who you want it to be. Kanye, you're not slick. But let me just say this, right? He said, but Candace Owens was the only public figure to say that it was wrong for the Kardashians to keep me from seeing my daughter. Or are we just going to chime in when we want to actually tear a black man down, to actually having a different political opinion? And all I got to say is it's open season, baby. Rip them down, rip them down, rip them down. I would say rip off the clothes, but the emperor has no clothes. And for all the audience so outraged about my t-shirt, we're not outraged about the shirt, dummy. It's the propaganda you were standing on. See, here's the thing. Kanye's so used to talking to stupid people, he thinks that these stupid arguments are going to work, right? Where was you when I couldn't see my kids? Baby, where were you? You were on Good Morning America saying, I apologize. I was acting a damn fool, right? And Kimberly, she has the kids 80% of the time. Where were you, dummy? Anyway, where I couldn't see my kids. I went public in hopes of public support at that time. Where were we? Kanye, you built the Kardashians, and every single time, like you said, you ain't gonna let nobody stress Kim except for you. What are you talking about? This is the bed you made. Where were we? Literally thinking that you were being sincere in your arguments, but now we know it's all cap. So I do want to say this. Every day Kanye shows just how low IQ he is. Does he really expect this playbook to work? Right? So soon after he just did the WLM stunt, I'm being dead serious. Do you expect it to work? Do you? Again, I'm looking at Khloe's tweet. We're about to get into that, right? Kanye himself said that Kim was the best mother in the world, right? And apologized for causing her stress. Like, Kanye, you are such a dummy that you can't even wait a week or two to let the old narrative sit before you switch lanes. Kanye is a dummy. Anyway, Khloe decided to get her kicks in. She said, yay, I love you. Should I read it in the Lammy voice? Lammy, hey, yay, I love you. Okay, I'll read it in the regular voice. I don't want to do this on social media. Girl, yes, you do. But you keep bringing up it here. You are the father of my nieces and nephews, and I'm trying to be respectful, but please stop tearing Kimberly down and using our family when you want to deflect. Now, this is what Kanye gets. You did all this mess to get the news off of Kimberly because you wanted to show her your value because you love licking those boots. And now they see your value. You're welcome, and you're always willing to be a pansy, and they're treating you like one, just like Adidas. You see how there's simplicity in everything. There's a common, if you believe in string theory, bubble theory, kind, you talk about all this stuff, there's a common nexus that runs through every interaction you have in your life. And do you know what the core of that is? The core of that, it's you, it's your actions, it's your version and your belief in what the world is, and you build a world that you believe exists. Anyway, right? Again with the birthday narrative, enough already. We all know the truth, and in my opinion, everyone's tired of it. Now, I will say, shout out to Kim for getting another person to fight her battles, right? But I do want to say this. Khloe, you're a coward, just like Kim's a coward, and just like Kanye's a coward. Kim, your sister was co-signing when he was wearing the MAGA hat. Kim, your sister is real cool. Kim, your sister, went on Ari Berry, whatever that podcast is, which is a WLM podcast. It is supported heavily in it. Stop playing stupid. And after everything that's going on, how much pain, hurt, trauma, whatever you believe has happened, how much all thinking minds have come out and taken a stand. You being a coward with your child who is Black that is going to have to deal with this. Because I don't care what none of y'all say. All of Kanye's kids and all of Khloe's kids, if they are on the street without the security guard or the paparazzi, you would see them as cute little Black kids, which is a beautiful thing. But I say this to say they are not exempt from the things that we all face. They are not. None of them, not one. And the fact that you are sitting here and you can't even comment on something that affects your Black daughter directly. You didn't see trauma in him, you didn't see the trauma in the WLM and how that is disrespectful and affects your Black daughter and the daughter that and the world she lives in. You're talking about a scheduling conflict? That's what you want to come out and take a stand for? Stop, everyone. I cannot allow this to go on any longer. We all know what happened at that birthday party. That's what you're doing. That's the time you're up on. Man, Khloe, you better get out of moi face, right? She said, you know exactly where the children are at all the time, and you wanted separate birthdays. I've seen it all in text to prove it. So she got receipts. And if they do have receipts, that means in child custody. That's why Kanye came out and apologized for harassing Kim. Kanye, you are an idiot to play into this narrative. You thought you could control it, and you never had control at all. And that's why you're freaking out, right? I've seen all the text to prove it. And when you change your mind and wanted to attend, you came. Like you pointed out yourself. She's the one. First of all, I will say this. Khloe, this paragraph, you are clearly lying. Clearly. And the thing is, I'm not defending Kanye, but I just know from the event, you're like, from what the events that we see play out and what's available on social media, this looks like a lie to me. Again, it's my opinion. This looks like a lie to me. If there's more information I haven't seen, then I'll change my opinion. But right now, this looks like a lie to me. But you know what? Ain't shit Kanye can do about it because he lost all credibility. He's on his own. Please. Good luck. Good luck. Anyway, like you pointed out yourself, she's the one taking care of the kids 80% of the time. Please leave her and the family out of it so the kids can be raised peacefully. Prayer hands. I come from a place of love and I'm happy to continue this conversation privately if you wish. Let me tell you something. Khloe got more smoke for Kanye than you got for the man that's dogging you out every day. Kanye, you's a dummy, and I can't even say you walked into their plan. Your plan was to once again use the playbook you taught Kim to antagonize Black people, right? Because you don't think you're among us. And that's cool, because guess what? You ain't invited to the cookout, right? The same way you was screaming to know where Chai's birthday party is, it's the same way you're going to be screaming to find out where the cookout is. Let's speak it into existence. You ain't invited to the cookout. Good luck going on Instagram and saying the culture doesn't want you anymore, right? But again, you played yourself on that Good Morning America interview because you thought that the thing that you broker to Kim is power. Kim aptly looks at you as she said, you're nothing but a stupid patsy. You have low IQ, even the way you're trying to pivot, talking about murder plans and intrigue and all this stuff. When I'm like, I see what you're saying, but I don't give a damn about any of that. Leave that for true crime CSI. Tell Kim, since you're so cool, to talk about it on her podcast. I'm worried about that WLM. And before y'all say, oh my God, white lives do matter. Yeah, no kidding. Everybody's lives matter. But people in America that's not being willfully obnoxious, you know who co-opted the WLM. You know why it started. And if you don't, go watch my old videos. I'll actually break it down for you. But no. And we know even in America that when somebody says all lives matter, yeah, they do. But we know exactly what it talks about when people are being hunted into extinction. I will say that I have zero sympathy for Kanye. You knew who you were dealing with. You knew what they were about. And what's more, you gave them the playbook, how to get the people going. I will say, Kimberly, Noel, Khloe, all of them ain't ish in my book. No, everybody's a villain in the story. But Kanye, you gave them this playbook and you ran with it and you run interference. How's that, Master? Chris, you're the best mom ever. Kimberly, that's the kid's mom. But listen, there's enough disdain to go around. I don't exonerate anybody, including the Kardashians. Khloe, you better tread lightly, right? Because all of them, including Kanye, are cut from the same cloth. All of them. And honestly, I don't like to speak on kids, but let's not forget Khloe is the same woman that literally put out a tweet because she was offended that Tristan's family gave her a baby doll who was brown skinned for True. And she put out a tweet saying, does anybody make any biracial baby dolls? Because you have such little understanding of what it means to be Black in America that you thought that if there was a different color Black doll that your daughter couldn't identify to it, it needed to be the exact complexion. Never mind Tristan and no one else, not even Malika, could get into your brain that when Black kids are born, we are a billion times lighter. As we get older, our melanin comes into our skin. So the complexion that True is at 6 or 8 months, baby, that wasn't her final connection. Any mom could have told you, look at the top of the baby's ears. That's what complexion they're gonna be. But the fact that you think her identity was tied so much to complexion, when we all know that in America, at least thinking people, that race is a social construct. It has nothing to do with your complexion. Hence the one drop rule. It is a social construct. And this is the person, and you couldn't open your mouth to speak intelligently about what that WLM shirt might mean to your Black daughter, because in your mind, she doesn't apply. Yeah. All right, y'all. Listen, let's just get ready for the tell-all books from all the Kardashian kids in 5, 4, 3, 2, maybe 20 years. All right, my little TisaTells, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.